What's going on, family? It is Lucas Talks Wrestling, and today we have a very special video planned. This is our first WWE pay-per-view predictions video. I'm very excited. SummerSlam's coming up in 4 days now, and we got to get this done. Let's talk wrestling. So the first match that I want to talk about is Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton and Jelly Roll. Now, this match is most likely going to be insane. I'm guessing, Randy's going to have to do a lot of the work, but I'm really excited to see what Jelly Roll is able to do in the ring, because he's had some time to train, and who knows? From what I've seen so far, he's been doing really well. And if I had to think of a winner for that match, I don't know who I could give it to. I would have to give it to Randy and Jelly Roll, honestly. But lately, I've been seeing that Drew McIntyre may not be able to make it to SummerSlam that day. So if The Miz could replace him, I would definitely be very excited with that. And I'm hoping to see what they can do with that, because Miz and Logan Paul do have a lot of history. Now, if I had to think of anything else I would want to see in this match, let's see Jelly Roll attempt a RKO, please. I need to see something like that. The next match that we're going to be talking about is Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill for the Women's WWE Championship. And honestly, this match is most likely going to be a banger. They have strength, high-flying ability, great wrestling. These two women are very talented. Honestly, if I had to pick a winner, I don't see Tiffany losing it right now, but there's a high chance that she can lose it to an opponent like Jade. Jade is not to be messed with. In AEW, she was like, 60-0 or something? Like, she is not the girl to be messed with. If anyone's going to beat Tiffany, it should be Jade, honestly, in my opinion. But do I think it's going to happen? I don't think so. I feel like Tiffany might have it in the bag. Maybe she cheats. Maybe Jade gets screwed by Bianca. Let Bianca have a little heel turn. Who knows? But hey, I'm just predicting. We don't really know what's going to happen yet. Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross is actually going to be very interesting, because I see the point of both guys. Karrion wants Sami to start, letting out that real anger side. If he wants to be a champion, come on, bro. You got to just turn it up a little. And Karrion Kross is trying to get Sami to understand that. But Karrion has to worry about himself, because he hasn't really been put on TV that much. So what's he have to do? Get in people's heads, start some feuds, and get on TV and do what he has to do. Now, how I think the match is going to go, I think there's a chance if Sami snaps and really lets out that anger like how he did with Gunther, I think he can beat Karrion Kross pretty easily. But maybe Karrion could get in his head and, distract Sami or get Sami to do something wrong, mess up, and steal the win, which would be very big for Karrion Kross in this moment. And I'm very excited to see what's going to happen. The next match is for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, which is very, very shocking to see Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair teaming against the Judgment Day, which is Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. Very interesting. Charlotte Flair is kind of a face now, but no one really, no one really knows. And then Alexa Bliss, everybody loves. What a strange tag team, but it makes a little bit of sense, I guess. They've known each other for a long time, have wrestled each other probably countless times. They probably have great chemistry. But who I think is going to win this match? I'm going to have to say maybe Charlotte. No. Let me stop. Maybe the Judgment Day steals it easily, or Liv screws her own team out of losing it to Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, which would be very crazy to see, honestly. But who knows, Roxanne is kind of stealing Liv's spot, and if Liv comes back, she's going to try to do something to mess this up. But that's my predictions on that one. I think it's mostly the Judgment Day retain. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus both the Brawns? That's pretty insane. With Paul Heyman included, that means the Brawns have a very good chance of winning this match. But on paper, it looks like Roman and Jey should win. They're the more dominant two. But you know how WWE works. There's always something crazy going on. And maybe there might be a little bit of a screw job here. Now, maybe someone like Theory. Because they showed yesterday on Raw, Theory's away from Grayson Waller now. So maybe Theory's one of them guys that can sneak in there and get something to happen to get his guys the win, which would be very insane. But other than that, if that doesn't happen, Roman and Jey should be able to get the win pretty easily. Some spears, some super kicks, a little distraction, get Paul Heyman out of there. Do whatever they got to do to get the win. But I'm very excited, and my prediction on this one is Austin Theory helps those two guys get the win. The last match that we're going to talk about, and most likely the main event, CM Punk versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Oh my God, is this match not going to be amazing? Two guys who grit and grind for what they want. Gunther's so dominant, just retired Goldberg for good. I mean, this guy has a lot on his plate. But CM Punk, we all know, can get anything he wants done. Now, this man has done a lot in his career. Definitely more than Gunther so far, but has he ever been as dominant as Gunther? That's a whole different story. But for this match, I would love to see CM Punk win. But I feel like if CM Punk wins, maybe Seth comes back and cashes in and screws Punk. Or Rollins just screws them both during the match. You never really know. I just have a weird feeling Rollins is going to come back. But if he doesn't come back, I would love to see CM Punk win and not get choked out like everyone else. So that's what I'm hoping happens. These are my WWE SummerSlam predictions. I will be doing day 2 tomorrow. If you guys want to see that, like and subscribe for more. And of course, one more thing, Yeet family. Yeet!